Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to touch base with you about some capework that we need to get done this week. So, first of all, let me give kudos to Krista for going through all of our undergraduate key assessments and syllabi, and she had to double check everything to make sure everything was aligned. So that's what I want to spend a little bit of time here talking to you about, is that alignment process. So basically what she did whenever she went through all of the different key assessments was to take a look at the expected standards, or the things that were indicated on the syllabus or the rubric or the cover page for each key assessment. Then she identified what those standards were, and then she went through to see if they were all aligned. So for example, this EMG 447 was my class, and as she reviewed them, she found these issues these inconsistencies with those three documents. So what I then did was I went back to my syllabus, I looked at my learning outcomes and my assessment chart. I looked there to see what she was referring to. I went back and looked at my literacy project rubric to ensure, and I went to the standards where she had indicated that there were some problems with alignment, and I looked at the cover page where there were some problems with my alignment. So I looked here at the standards, I looked at my standards chart. So I went through all of these different pieces to identify what it was that she was referring to with these issues. And so what I found was that I had reflected, I had indicated PGES 3 and PGES 1F in one document, but not in the other documents. So I had to correct that. Then I had indicated that I was doing KTS 6, which is technology. I had indicated that I was doing that, but it wasn't showing up in one of my charts. So on all three of these issues, what I had to go back then was to my documents to ensure that I had addressed all three of these issues. Now, keep in mind that this is very tedious kind of work. So again, thanks to Krista for going through every single one of our key assessments to document where we did not have alignment in place. There were actually several courses, so if you're getting this message, don't feel bad. My course had some issues too. So a big thank you to Krista, but now it's back in our laps to fix that. Okay, so step one then, take a look at the documents based upon her notes about the issues that are showing up. Then step two, make corrections to whichever documents need it. Okay, so it may be that one document's just missing something. It may be that you've got two documents that say one thing and one document that says something different. So whatever it is, make those corrections. It took me less time to do step two than it did step one. Step one took me a little bit of time because I needed to figure out what she was referring to and which document it was. Please, please, please spend some time yourself reviewing your documents before you head back to Krista. Because if you spend a little bit of time, I think you'll get it figured out. Not that she doesn't want to answer questions about it, but I don't want her to have to go back through and remind herself of each one of these documents whenever she's done so many of them already. Okay, so step one, step two. Step three, your corrected documents need to be on our C&I Blackboard site by 9 a.m. on Thursday. I have to have them updated and ready to go and ready to submit for our program reviews. So if you look at our, let's see, let me get back to our Blackboard site. Okay, so this is our Department Blackboard site, and you'll see where Krista has created a zone, an area for program alignment, and you can see all the documents that she has collected for each of these classes. Okay, so in my case, my EMG 447 class, these two documents, now I've turned into 3 documents that are corrected. So my next step is to take these documents off and to update my new ones. I don't want you sending those back to Krista. I want you doing that yourselves, please. Again, it's a lot of time when one person has to do it for everybody. So if we all do our own, then we'll be ready to go. By Thursday in the morning, I really need access to all those documents because I want to get my part done. I'm meeting with Faye later on that morning, and I want to be able to ask questions of her and make sure that I have everything ready to turn in a timely manner. So it's really, really important that we have that done by 9 a.m. on Thursday. Then Thursday afternoon, we have our next meeting, And so what we'll do is take a look at some of the data from fall semester. I distributed some rubrics at, gosh, I guess it's been a couple months ago at one of our faculty meetings. But I'll bring some of that data again, and we'll be taking a look at that, all of which comes from these new key assessments. So this is hard work, it's tedious work, but it's really important that we get it right. All right, thank you. Have a good evening.